that stupid?
Respectfully, you sound bitter now. And
you sound like a battered woman making excuses.
This other fight that's brewing with the Republicans right now that I think clearly for the next year is going to overshadow everything, which is the Trump-DeSantis situation, because Ann Coulter, who was one of the main Trump backers, like one of the first people back in 2015 to back Trump, she's no longer into Donald. She's moved to Camp DeSantis. She was on Patrick Bet-David's podcast yesterday, and they got into it. It got pretty tiffy, you could say, over some of Trump's perceived failures, at least from Ann's perspective.
Is that stupid?
Respectfully, you sound bitter now. And the reason why...
A, don't lie to us when you're campaigning and getting our votes. B, you sound like a battered woman making excuses. Well, maybe he won't hit me next time. It's been 4 years. He's been beating the crap out of you. He had 4 years, Patrick. 4 years, yeah. 2 with a Republican Congress. Oh, but I know he could have not hit me, but maybe he was thinking he was waiting for our golden anniversary to stop hitting me. He was just waiting for that perfect time. No, he had 4 years. He didn't build it. I don't know what other proof you could possibly want. Besides COVID, that was very big in 2020, and you say, and this reminds me that you want to feel safe, and boy, we don't feel safe now, especially in New York and LA.
Oh God, Philly, all these places.
San Francisco. I mean, if you're a city person like I am, where do you go? Anyway, and that was the George Floyd, May 25th, 2020, changed the world. Suddenly we have to release all the criminals, among other things. Mm-hmm. One place you would have been safe in 2020 was in Florida. Thank you, Ron DeSantis, passing law after law where you can shoot looters, anti-rioting laws. I mean, there were specific actions he took that meant there were no riots and no police stations were burnt down and you did not have police being assaulted. What did the commander-in-chief do? What did Trump do? He sent out tweets in all caps, law and order. Point one. Point two, at the first debate, what did Donald Trump say to Joe Biden? You called them super predators. I'm releasing people from prison. How about the First Step Act? Thank you, Jared. He's releasing criminals. You want to feel safe? Donald Trump ain't your guy.
I mean, man, she went on and on and on, and I don't think she said anything that was untrue there. You have to keep in mind, she also wrote a book called In Trump We Trust. She was also on Bill Maher in 2015 saying Trump was going to be the nominee when he was polling at like 25%, something like that. Sara, like, I don't even know what to say. Wow, Coulter.
Yeah, that's quite the turnaround. Look, I know for Ann Coulter, her number one issue was the border, and she is very upset that the border is not secure. I will say, look, Trump saying we're going to make Mexico pay for it, I always found to be preposterous, because anyone who understands how things work knows you can't force another country to pay for
right.
your
He's
wall.
Admitted it's a lie since then. In essence,
right.
He didn't say lie,
right.
But yeah.
And I thought that was a stumble, I thought, for him to say, oh, come on, you couldn't have possibly believed that, because, I mean, you want to believe that when a politician is telling you that they're going to do something, that they actually intend to do it. So I did think that was a stumble for his campaign, and I don't blame her for being upset. I will say he did have a Congress that fought him a lot of the time on funding the border wall every step of the way. But still, she has very reasonable critiques of Donald Trump that I think he needs to answer for. I think that when you add in all of the COVID stuff too, Donald Trump was very good and very effective at a lot of things. Donald Trump also had a lot of weaknesses, specifically during COVID, that I think that he needs to answer for. And I think that the problem is that not only has he not answered for them, he's actually doubled down on a lot of them. He's doubled down on the vaccine still, when it's just this bizarre place where, you have the majority of conservatives now who are totally against this vaccine, but still are okay with Trump touting it.